everybody, and welcome back to the video. It's Happy Prepper, and I'm going to be showing you my top 5 favorite knives out of my pretty good sized knife collection. And I would love to hear you. What is your top favorite knives, or favorite knife, or top 3 favorite knives in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. It's always cool to see what gear you have, or in this case, what knives you have. So I would love to hear from it. You could even do top 20 favorite knives if you have that big of a knife collection. But let's just get into the video, and I'll show you my top 5 favorite knives. So I'm just gonna dive right into my top 5 favorite knives. So I'm not gonna go into all the specs and all that stuff, because some of these knives I've got 2 years ago, but I will be leaving all the links in the description below. I may not know the exact name, but let's just get into this. So I used to carry this a lot. So this is the Nook. I got it in Battle Box, and it's a really more expensive knife, but I'm gonna say probably this is the best things I've got from Battle Box. I don't subscribe to Battle Box anymore, but when I did, this was my favorite thing, and I still use this knife a good amount. Also here, I lost the flashlight, I think, but if you shine it, or a special type of flashlight, this will glow. It was like a radiation pack, but it's really cool. It's a flipper. Try not to cut myself. So it is a really big knife. I don't really carry it because when I go on Boy Scout camping trips, sometimes we're not allowed to carry giant knives, or there's a knife size. But this is the Nook. I will leave it in the link description because I think that's the full name. But it's a really nice knife. More on the expensive side. It's really indestructible. You can look closer at the tip. I don't think my camera will catch it, but I hit it against concrete, the tip, and it barely nicked it. So next knife. So this is the Leatherman Crater C33X. So this knife I've been carrying a lot because it's small, but it's also big enough where you could use it for utility purposes. There's a carabiner on the back, and then you push it in, and then I got it custom engraved, Molin Labe, and it's also serrated. It's a nice little knife, and it really does the job. And I think it's about $40. The Nook was, I think, closer to $200. But really, all these knives I really like. So this one is the Magnum, I think, by Boker. And this looks like a weird knife. I used to carry this, used to be my main knife. I really like the design. I really like the blue. The lock is interesting because it's here. The only bad thing is I don't really like the handle that much, because it feels uncomfortable, especially if you're cutting things. But it is a really cool knife, and even though I may not use it that much anymore, I still really like the design. And yeah, I think this was about $40, or maybe a little cheaper. Okay, so the next knife is the Mora. I think this is the Mora Light My Fire collab, or Mora. I think, yeah, it's Light My Fire. I don't know if it has a specific name, but I got this a while ago. It is a little used. So Mora knives I really like. This one was about $30, a little more on the expensive side for Mora. But Mora, most of them are half-tang, means from the blade, it ends halfway. But still, these Mora knives are pretty indestructible. And this one is really cool because if you twist the bottom, you get a fire star. And this fire star I tested a lot, and it is really good. I really like the design because it's cool. A lot of people who are into knives and the outdoors use Mora as more of a budget option. But when you first see this, you may think this knife is super weak or not durable, but it is pretty durable. And I've seen Mora knives, obviously they're not meant to be baton because they're not full tang, but I've seen people baton with Mora knives. So I really would say this is my bug out bag knife. I can't really use fixed blades that much because my Boy Scout troop, they sort of banned fixed blades because there was some problems where people would leave it open, just some stupid things. But the next one, this may be one of my most favorite knives. I don't know what this knife is called. I don't think it even has a name. But this is by a forger in Vermont. We went to his forge when we visited Vermont, and we got a tour of it, and then I bought this knife. And this is a really cool knife, so it's full tang. I think it was about $100. I would really say go support him. He's a really cool guy, makes really cool knives. He's made, like, I think on his website, like, swords. He also takes custom orders. And his stuff is more on the pricey side, but really cool. Small business, really would say support him. So then, this is a Kytex, and this, you could loop around your belt, and then you could, like, conceal it, like, in your belt, and then you could, like, pull it out, and then the, I guess the rope will keep the, Kydex sheath on. So, I haven't really used this knife yet, but it is super cool. It's pretty good size. My dad also has a knife from him, but his is Damascus. But this knife, really cool, full tang. You could even feel like it's so durable. Super nice knife. So yeah, I would go, out of all the knives, I would say support this guy. He's a small business in Vermont. Really cool guy. And as a bonus, number 6, this one, I wouldn't really call it a knife, more of a collectible, but this is the Spyderco Bug. So, yes, it is super small. I don't just have giant hands, but this is more on the expensive side. It's $30, but it's a really cool collectible made by Spyderco. And when I first got this, I didn't think I could really use it. Like, when I asked for it as a gift from Christmas, and I really didn't think, like, it was going to be even really a knife, just a cool collectible, but it is pretty sharp. It's a friction lock, and it is super small, but it does have a place. I think I cut some boxes with it and letters, but it is a really cool knife. You could see it, like, compared to my finger. Really small, but really cool. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Please smash that like button and subscribe to Epi Prepper. Share the video so we can grow. We are getting closer to 7,000 subscribers. It's a long way off, but still. Please go follow us on Instagram. We just reached 130 followers on Instagram. I'm going to be trying to post more on Instagram. And Happy Prepper out.